उसके लिए जो भगवान का एक मुझे लगा बड़ा अच्छा पेडागोजिकल तरीका उन्होंने निकाला कि हैप्पीनेस की भी करेक्ट शेड वो बता दिया, ग्रेडेशंस। तो एक कह दिया वर्ल्डली हैप्पीनेस, और विच इज बेसिकली गेटिंग प्लेजेंट फीलिंग्स थ्रू वेरियस डिवाइसेस, earning money, spending, taking care of family and charity, and leading a life of Shila, Anvarjit Karm. So those are the methods of gaining worldly happiness. But we know that from the point of view of उसको उन्होंने भगवान ने कहा क्या ठीक ये एक लेवल है, बट दिस इज इम्परमानेंट एंड it is not the ultimate what you can aspire for. And working for worldly happiness, I'm not going to tell you what kind of job you should do and what kind of capabilities you should do. Yeah, it should be such that it doesn't hurt and harm others. So you have to choose yourself. And the aim of my teaching is not worldly happiness. It is to transcend, because the pursuit of happiness ultimately is the cause of suffering. That's a very, very difficult nut to swallow. वर्ल्डली हैप्पीनेस के बाद उन्होंने कहा एक अदर वर्ल्डली हैप्पीनेस है। जब उसको समझाओगे, उसका अनुभव करने लगोगे, तो इसके महत्व को कम हो जाएगा। इसका महत्व हमारे जीवन में बहुत है। उन्होंने कहा अगर आप second level of happiness resulting from samadhi, mental concentration, if you experience that, then this will follow. The sensory pleasures which we seek, he doesn't want to say it is all futile or chhod do, ye karo. He doesn't teach like that. He wants us to go up, grow, outgrow, कहते हैं ना कि हाँ ये तो ठीक है, ये बच्चों के लिए ये अच्छा है, बट कब तक बच्चे बना रहोगे? अब try and practice something which is subtler and more noble than that. तो उसके लिए कहा समाधि का अभ्यास करो। उन्होंने कहा बट ये भी अनित्य है भाई, ये भी नहीं आपके कंडीशंस पे डिपेंड करता है। जिस तरह बॉडली हैप्पीनेस कंडीशंस पे डिपेंड करती है, ये भी वो कंडीशंस पे डिपेंड करता है। तो अगर आप इसको भी आगे नेक्स्ट लेवल ले जाएंगे कि चित्त में जो परसूट ऑफ हैप्पीनेस की जो टेंडेंसी है, इसको ड्रॉप कर देंगे, विच इज द तन्हा, बेसिकली तन्हा, नंदी राग सहगता, उसको ड्रॉप कर दोगे तो यू विल गेट रियल परमम सुखम, which is quenching of all restlessness in that sense, that subtle level of restlessness. That's why आपको अगर आप वो देखें संयोजन, and in the beginning it looks very funny. अनंत लेवल पे जाके रेस्टलेसनेस खत्म होती है। Doesn't it look funny कि सोतापति, सगदागामी, अनागामी, उसमें रेस्टलेसनेस कुछ बनी रहती है। It's only at that level that ultimate restlessness ceases, because all cravings are gone, all delusions have gone. The sense of self itself creates a very subtle kind of restlessness. तो वो उस लेवल तक हमारी भगवान की शिक्षा, because he left his home to find out the way out of life and death cycle, because वो उनका उद्देश्य था ना कि ये बार बार मरना है और बार बार जीना है और ये सारी दुख की प्रकृति से गुजरना है, क्या इसको कोई सोल्यूशन है? इज देयर अ वे आउट? दैट इज द फंडामेंटल क्वेश्चन ही आस्क्ड. So his teaching is all geared towards that. Everything else is a kind of happy side effect on the way. As you go along, the worldly happiness, the happiness of experience of samadhi, they are kind of milestones to keep you inspired. Path will lead to greater and greater levels of हैप्पीनेस शब्द को एक दिक्कत यही है कि उसकी अंग्रेजी के शब्द की, तो इसलिए उन्होंने कहा परमम सुखम. इट्स ए काइंड ऑफ पीस. और उसके करेक्टरिस्टिक क्या है? एतंग संतंग, ये शांत है. That is the definition. Etang panitang. This is excellent. This is superior to anything else. यथिदं सब संखार समथो, सारे संस्कारों का शमन हो जाना, शांत हो गए. सब उपाधि पटनी सब को, आपकी आइडेंटिटी जो भी थे आपने सब ड्रॉप कर दिए, ड्रॉप हो गए. तन्हा खयो, तृष्णा समाप्त हो गई. निरोधो विरागो nibbana. So we can see that the teaching is this worldly happiness and the other worldly happiness is our milestone on the journey. They're not the objective of the Buddha's teaching. They're not the aim, ultimate aim of Buddha's teaching.
So ये जो सुख की अल्टीमेट परिभाषा जो आपने अभी सुनाई, इसमें peculiarly pleasantness का जिक्र नहीं है.
शांति, शांति. एतंग संतंग, ये शांत है.
राइट. सो हम सामान्य रूप से जो ये समझते हैं कि it leads to reduction in difficulties and suffering. Well, suffering as understood in the dictionary sense, not technical जो दुख की परिभाषा है. And it leads to reduction in, for example, I don't know, stress or whatever, है ना? जो सामान्य दिक्कतें हैं. And then as a corollary जो हम कहते हैं may you be happy, मंगल हो and so forth, in a broad social sense, that's okay. But for the purpose of this small group and for the purpose of our, as you keep saying, liberation, it's useful for us, or at least for myself, कि हम consistently ध्यान रखें और याद रखें कि actually it's not really that in the ultimate sense. So I'm simply drawing that conclusion now.
Absolutely true. That's why for me the method has been to remember this definition of Nibbana. The first thing he says, etang santang. He doesn't say this sukhad vedana or anything of that kind. He defines it paramam sukham because लोगों को समझ कैसे आएगा. But for the people who are practicing that, because that's a pedagogical tactic. कि ये सुख भी है, ये भी सुख है, वो तो परम सुख है. That's a tactic है पढ़ाने की. शिक्षक, एक अच्छे शिक्षक का गुण है वो, ताकि वो उस तरह मोटिवेट हो सके लोग. That's, for example, if you tell somebody कि वेदना सारी स्टॉप हो जाएगी निब्बान में, कुछ नहीं महसूस होगा, वो यार जैसे वेनरेबल सारिपुत्रा से पूछते हैं नहीं तो उसमें सुख क्या है? We can't understand that actually. It's a matter of experience. Therefore, when I remember, whenever I chant it in my mind or here in our discussions, etang santang, that's the first thing. Ye shant hai, panitang, this is excellent. क्या सब संखार समत्वारे, सारे संस्कारों का शमन हो गया. Which means there's no volition of mind. मुझे ये करना है, मुझे वो करना है, मुझे ये करना है, मुझे संसार को सुधारना है, मुझे सबको सुख देना है. No volition. It is a natural, spontaneous response out of sati and panya to suffering of others. Let something happen. Obviously, that's a very exalted state, but that's the teaching. We're understanding teaching. We're nowhere near that, of course, but we're understanding the teachings. For this group, which is so dedicated to the teachings of the Buddha, it's very important that we understand that. Very, very important. And we have the example. तभी हम भगवान के और महा disciples की life पढ़ते हैं. Theri Gatha, Buddha's life, this, that. So that we see there's a lot of unpleasantness in their life. Lot of unpleasantness, constant criticism, constant health issues, people trying to even kill Buddha. So, I mean, till now we can't say somebody has tried to kill me. That's obviously, but that in spite of that, nothing pervades his mind. Nothing intrudes into his mind. That's the quality of Nibbana. That's the quality of pure mind. That's the quality of Tanha Khayo. The feelings did not invade my mind. Nothing invades the mind. Oh, it's physical unpleasantness. Okay. Mental unpleasantness. Okay. It doesn't that's a natural phenomena. When you hear death of Sariputta Moggallana, there is a mental unpleasant feeling. That doesn't result in any sankhara. That is the definition of Paravam Sukha, which we have to really, we get some intimation sometimes, once in a while. So that's it, Bante.